I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
So every now and then I get some guests on the show that you just vibe with. And you know, I'm a quick talker or a quick thinker, and you get someone on the other chair that's just as fast and just as quick as you, and your mind's blown. The chemistry is amazing, and Vanessa Rossetto is just one of those people. She's the CEO and co-founder of Colina Health, which is a data-driven platform that helps people with chronic conditions manage their care, their nutrition, their therapy, all the things. It's really interesting. It's a new idea, and I'm a big fan. But she's also like an 80s nerd, and she has a BA in history, which serves her no purpose right now. But she did like marketing in the early 2000s, so we're just making fun of the fact that there was a life before the internet where things kind of mattered, but they were really funny. She only just discovered nutrition, in quotes, in 2010, and she's like, I'm going to do this now. So she's just an amazing human. She's funny, she's sharp, she's witty, and you are going to love this conversation. Enjoy the show. Vanessa.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Are you out of patience?
I'm out of patience, yes.
You're out of patience?
Yeah.
In the literal and figurative sense?
Correct.
Yes.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
You ever get risotto?
Ha ha ha. You know, my maiden last name is Artiega, so everyone would be like, Vanessa Ortega.
Ah.
And then I married an Italian, risotto. So yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That was a total trap, right?
Yes.
You walked right into it.
100%.
So that was like, so then who made fun of you as a kid? Who made fun of you as an adult?
I mean, who didn't make fun of me as a kid, actually? That's like this is a conversation for another time.
No, let's talk about it, right? We have young kids.
Yeah.
They're first getting their taste of like feeling insecure or this superficial superiority that I don't look this way. It's for my kids, I'd love your thoughts on this. It's not like Instagram is telling them they're pretty. They don't even use that crap. Mm-hmm. It's like they're finally seeing comparatives.
Yeah.
That I'm not like this, and is that not okay?
Yeah. I mean, I am born in 1978, so thankfully we didn't have the Instagram.
The what?
Instagram.
The what? We had the Telly Savalas-tagram.
Yeah. I had a television that had like two antennas and a remote.
Was it on a cart that moved with wheels?
Yeah, 100%.
Mine too. Okay.
Yeah. But I was badly bullied as a kid. And my parents, they're immigrants. They didn't care.
Well, you are a brown person.
Yes. So I'm a brown person. Yeah. And my parents they were like, we send you to school for learning, not for friends, which is like not a real thing. So no one ever really boosted up my confidence. That made me complicated for a long time. And so now that
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Valley Cottage, New York, near Nyack. Like Rockland County.
Oh, yeah, that's like up the Hudson a little bit.
Correct.
Yeah, like
correct.
north of Westchester.
That's right, just right over the bridge.
Is that considered upstate yet, or is that still like you think you're downstate?
You're still downstate.
Okay.
Yeah. I definitely had a really great high school experience. My college experience was strange because, I mean, I think that like my mom is from Haiti, and there's an affinity towards whiteness, and if you do all the things correctly, white people will see you as an equal. I went to Fordham University. I never was thought of as the prettiest or the one that anybody wanted, and then when somebody really did want me, it went pretty bad because I wasn't used to that dynamic.
Right.
Nobody gave me like that confidence. It's like just stuff that, and then you just like stuff it down because you're like, whatever, I gotta go.
Right.
go.
You don't need friends. Who needs friends?
Exactly. It's definitely like shaped who I am, gives me like a lot of resilience. But when you're the CEO of a company, you have to do a lot of self-exploration so you can make the people feel good about themselves. And also like for my children, I want them to have confidence and feel love and not be complicated and be okay in their feelings and not put value on what people have or don't have.
You have an extraordinary level, almost like theatricality to you.
Thanks.
Did you do like improv everywhere? Do you have a theater background? One might assume you do, though.
No, I think I've spent a lot of time trying to be seen.
Well said.
Thanks.
Well said. There's I saw you got a BA in history.
I did. My parents' biggest disappointment.
You read my mind
Yeah.
because all right. So there was an old musical a couple of years ago called Avenue Q. You know it?
Yeah.
And the lyric is, "What do you do with a B in English?
Yeah.
Where's my life going to be?
Yeah.
4 years of college and with all of this knowledge and what am I going to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. My parents were like, here, we've signed you up for your LSAT course. And I was like, I don't want to be a lawyer. They're like, excuse me?
Right.
I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I didn't do that, which annoyed them. And I didn't become a doctor, which also annoyed them.
Wait, is that like historically in the family or?
No,
like
my dad is an engineer. My mother is a nurse. Like, get a life. But they're immigrants.
yeah.
And so they just want a doctor.
Right.
The other day, my daughter's like, I want to be a shoe designer. I thought I saw my dad have a massive heart attack in front of me. He was like, what? I was like, it's fine.
A shoe designer
Yeah.
at 11 years old?
Yeah. She's like, I'm
Wow.
going to design shoes. I was like, great. Cool, do it. I think she probably changed.
Right.
She's 11. I don't know. Let her decide.
Well, my son wanted to drive a fire truck for a couple of years.
Exactly.
so
Like, it's
he
fine.
might.
Yeah.
We never know.
We'll just be happy and don't do drugs or,
Yeah.
all those things. So I actually went to school and I got a master's in marketing at NYU and I worked in media. And
this was in the 90s?
2000. So I graduated college in 2000.
Okay, so you're like 4 years
Yeah.
behind me, which is fine because it's still the same freaking generation.
Same
right?
thing. Yeah. We're the
What
best
was
ones.
media in the year 2000?
Oh, it was crazy. I have this friend, Matt Molinari, used to work on the stock exchange. Now he's a professional poker player. Matt, if you're listening, Matt Molinari invited me to Facebook. And I remember, because we were on Instant Messenger,
Like the company?
like invited me to like
Silicon Valley?
No. But he just like invited me for like
like to join
to join
Facebook. I
Facebook,
see.
right? And I remember writing him being like, Matt, is this like some weird sex thing? And he was
Yeah.
like, no, you idiot. It's like my MySpace. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, what is this stuff?
Who was that MySpace guy? Was it Doug or something? Who was the guy that you were friends with everybody
yeah,
at once?
I remember, but I don't remember his name. But yeah, I remember his face.
And it became Mark.
Yeah, and now it's Mark. Yeah, and so like, it was media. I don't know. We didn't like the internet was not normal. Like we all had flip phones.
Yeah.
Like you remember, like you would get a random text from someone, and you'd be like, "How did you do that?"
I remember back when we used to type and you had to press the button 3 times to get the different letters.
That
TTY.
Yeah,
Is that what that was?
This is resilience.
ABC, DEF, GHI.
This makes us better people.
We are better people.
We are better. We are more resilient.
We are learned.
Yep.
Yes.
We are the ones you want in crisis. We can figure things out.
Well, we're the no fucks to give generation.
That's right. That's
Good old
right.
Gen Xers.
That's right.
So I was working in advertising in the late 90s.
Oh, look at
So
us.
I got to experience like before the internet level, like Ethernet cords and cables and again, like the Motorola StarTAC and
Yeah.
the iPod launched and all these crazy things. And the story I keep hearing from people of our generation is, are we better or worse for having more or less information?
I think we're worse. Like, this is the first time that you, like, see what J-Lo is eating. Like, she put it on the Instagram.
Wait, what is she eating?
I don't know, because I stopped looking. But,
Okay.
like, although I think she's perfect in every way. But, I mean, like, she pays for it, and that's cool if I was, like, but that's what everyone's North Star is, right? Like,
Right.
you think you know this person. But, or even me, I'm a Z-lister, everyone. I don't believe my hype. However, people are like, your Instagram, and you look so great all the time. I'm like, no shit, I put makeup on and dress myself and like curate the content that you see. I'm not giving you insight into my life, even though my social media person is like, can you give us a video of what you're doing this weekend? I'm like, no, I don't want to.
Well, no one picks the worst photo.
That's right. That's right. That's a brave soul.
I only choose the worst photos,
Yeah. It's like,
but my channel is all derp all the time.
yeah. So yeah, I just think that we're worse off. I think it was easier when I didn't need to consume information all the time.
No, because I discovered Facebook back when Obama ran in 2007,
Sure.
and he set it up because Zuckerberg was like, we need, because I think it was still EDU back then.
Yep.
Might have been 2006, 2007.
Yep.
But somebody let Obama do it. This senator from
Yep.
Ohio, Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah. And
Illinois.
I should
Not
know that.
Chicago.
Shame on me.
Not Chicago. Illinois.
And like, what is this? What is this thing?
Yeah.
And I signed up for it because they let the normies
Mm-hmm.
join it. And it became like this odd staple of the nonprofit I started because it was the same year, 07, 08.
Sure.
So we were like one of the first charities to be on Facebook, and we had no idea what the hell it was, what it was doing. But like this was like before the comments sections existed, and it ruined everything. Is that of the things that made it worse? Is that the comment democratizing is a good thing here? We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But democratizing here, not so great.
It was like weird, right? Because you like liked it, but you couldn't dislike it, and I don't know. And people wrote on your wall if they wanted to like give you a message,
Right.
And it was like, it became like, how many likes do you have from this
Right.
picture? And then,
Right.
People were going on vacation and uploading like 100 pictures of Hawaii. And you're like, I don't actually care.
Well, like I beat the shit out of a hobo. Like, no, you don't want to like that.
Yeah. And then it got you to like really know what was in people's heads.
Yeah.
Like these people that were just like, just everything that they thought. And then you were like, oh, I associate with you? I don't think so. And then
Right. It's like the review, like the things you don't need to know about your friends,
That's
you
right.
find out about your friends.
That's
I'm like,
right.
do I really want to be your friend?
Yeah. I definitely stopped being friends with many people once I got real insight into maybe how horrible they might actually be. So.
I mean, even before politics came into like who you see and who you like and what groups you belong to, because that was one of the worst things. Like if you could see what groups people were in, you're in the neo-Nazi group. Bye.
Yeah, you were like, wait, what? Like
we played piano in college together.
Yeah, like I ate at your house. What is happening? Yeah,
Right.
very
I
strange.
know your mom.
Yeah,
Seriously.
very strange. Very strange.
So, all right. So you have 11-year-olds. I have 12 going on 13-year-olds. Let's talk parenting for a second.
Yeah.
I know we're going to get to the whole thing.
Sure.
But
This
this
is
is
fun.
like this is therapy right
This
now.
is fun. I know it's good therapy.
How are we going to be maybe the course-corrected parents generation to protect our children from the shit we know maybe our older siblings with kids in their teens, college now, have done right or wrong?
Yeah. So I have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, and my 11-year-old likes to post things on TikTok, even though we're like, get the F off TikTok.
But you let her on TikTok?
No, she like snuck it, and we like caught her. We caught
That
her.
is some sneaky shit.
Yeah,
Good
sneaky
for her.
shit.
That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Ocean's 9 stuff.
Yeah, we were like, what you do in the dark comes out in the light.
Yes.
She's like hysterically crying, and she did this like who is most likely, and it was like, who is most likely to get drunk at a party? She like videoed this thing, and my husband, it was interesting. He was like, what you put on the internet is there forever. And also your mother is somebody like semi-notable. And if anybody wants to come for her and all the things that we've built, this is the stuff. You need to be careful. So she like basically threw herself on the ground and was like hysterically crying. There was like no yelling or like beating or anything, but she just, realized like.
No, we were beat.
Yeah.
They're not beat.
They're not beat. I'm like, you know what? If they were beat, they might act better. But here we are. We're going
can't do
to
that
stop
anymore.
the cycle. And so, yeah, like. My kids, generally, we don't let them on the internet. We like police the freaking screen time. I make them, they play a sport, they play music. My kids play music like 5 hours a week. They are like
That's good.
Performance band. My son has 2 drum teachers, the whole thing. Try to keep them focused on other things, right? I give them love. I tell them that I love them, but I'm also like pretty firm and like.
Well, you can't really be their friends.
No, I'm not your fucking friend.
Right.
Like, get a life. We'll be friends when you have your own kids and I'm coming over and giving them cookies and leaving. Hi, Grandma's here. Here are the
My wife
snacks.
and I divide and conquer on who's bad cop on certain days.
Always bad cop.
I mean, I'll share this life hack with my listeners. I'll share it with you. They know I do this. So we installed a Wi-Fi router in our house called Eero. Again,
Yeah.
not a sponsor. I'm just their fucking spokesperson. And it gives you an app, and it lets you identify which devices are on your network and selectively
this.
shup them off.
Yep.
You have it?
I have this. Mine is called Circle. Same shit.
Don't make me get the button.
Yep.
It's the new don't make me get the hose.
Oh, sometimes I'll just be like, I'll be here and I'll just be like, I'm going to turn it off.
Yeah.
And then my husband's like, oh, here they come.
Yeah, you time it like 6,
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
4. I think
Yeah.
I'm running out. Where's my internet?
Yeah, it's gone. Now
Yeah.
stop. Now go read a freaking book. I make them read every night from like 8:30 to 9. So
Good.
everybody in the house, we're in the living room and we all are reading our own separate books. And then they go to bed.
Well, that's better than staring at your own 4 phones.
That is like a thing. And my daughter uses, I have 2 phones. She uses my one phone to walk to school with a friend. And when she comes home from school, she puts the phone on the counter, which actually she does. And it's kind of funny because she's in all these like group chats, but she never answers. So much so that her friends are like, Kate never answers. And I, the sneaky mother that I am, it all comes up on my computer. So I'm at work and these kids come home from school and they're like, typing, and I see all the things. So mostly they're good kids. They do like normal stuff, but like they feel love and confidence, and I feel happy about that for them.
Well, on the second part of the show, I want to talk to you about what you're doing here, but let's talk about how food was better and worse and different growing up.
Yeah. So
Pre-corn syrup. That's like the what is it?
GMOs, Nixon,
Exactly.
fucked it up, Watergate. I mean, food was actual food.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, think about it. In 1991, only 12% of the American population was overweight or obese. And
Right.
today, it's 42.4%.
Right.
It's mental. Like, we are smarter and worse off because we keep looking for shortcuts. Like, I don't know. Just
But what is it the lazification of society, or is it like we're eating the same crap? The crap is just worse.
everything is like over processed. We're very lazy. We also listen. I'm not advocating for this. I go to work because I'm not qualified to care for children all day long. However,
Dum dum dum.
however, when the mother was taking care of the home, her job was to make sure that food was on the table. That's like clean your house and have food on the table and make sure your kids are properly clothed and go to school and do their homework. So like when your mother is cooking a balanced meal and like the most processed thing is what? Like a TV dinner, which is still stovetop. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, right. So like and people ate vegetables and it was just different. Like there weren't so many choices. When you don't have a lot of choices,
Right.
just eat what's in front of you.
We were showing my kids the old TV dinners from the 50s because she was watching WandaVision.
Oh yeah,
And
my
like,
kids too.
like, what is this? Like, well, it's like kids' cuisine, but healthier for grown-ups.
Yeah.
And like, it was in aluminum foil, went in the oven, it got super hot, you could kill yourself.
Yep.
No one cared.
Yep.
But the food in there, as disgusting as you might think it was really actually food.
Yeah, it was totally fine. Yeah, and now we're just in this sea of like idiocy. Like even like, like I'll get patients that are like, I'm vegan. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, but I do not want to cook and I'm tired of eating beans. I'm like, guys,
Right.
I'm not a magician.
Yeah.
Like you can go to buy Chloe or whatever, but that's literally McDonald's. And why do you think cashew cheese is healthier than organic grass-fed beef? Because it's not.
Right.
Like that's ultra processed. So we're just looking, but also everybody has their shame. Everybody fancies themselves an expert. All you need to do is eat what you like and just like, it's probably a good idea to have vegetables and fruit and like water. It's probably good.
All right. On that note, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
And you'll be hearing an ad from, I don't know, Hungry Man?
Oh, nice.
From 1977.
Nice.
All right, we'll be right back.
Nice.
So where are the annals of all of your acronyms, MS, RD, CDN? What is RD?
Registered dietitian.
And CDN?
Certified dietitian nutritionist.
What's the difference?
The CDN is a New York State license.
Oh, so they force you.
Correct.
So there's federal, state, and city tax.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Got
That's
it.
right. They force us. They do.
So what got you from, I don't know, AOL CDs and Facebook to, nutrition, it sucks. What can I do?
I actually, when I went to college, Fordham, and then that boy broke up with me. Then I gained 50 pounds because I was eating Sbarro pizza and
Sbarro.
White Castle on Fordham Road.
The square with the onions baked in.
Yeah, it's real good. But
God.
we used to eat chicken rings. I had this roommate. She'd be like, my stomach hurts. And I'm like, you've got a bag of onion chicken rings. Like, when she's like, what's wrong with that? I'm like, chicken doesn't come in ring form. Like, stop it.
Actually, that reminds me, some documentary somewhere about McDonald's, like there's no part of the chicken called the nugget.
Right. Exactly. So like, and we just like, my roommates and I would study until like 9, 10 o'clock. And then we would go out till 6 o'clock in the morning. And like, we all had great grades. We were on like the dean's list or whatever. But we were just like partiers. We ate a lot of pizza. I drank a 6-pack of Pepsi probably every other day.
The corn syrup Pepsi or the sugar Pepsi?
No, the corn syrup, delicious Pepsi. And I am surprised I'm still alive. So then after college, I lost like 50 pounds pretty quick because I had to move back home. And
And your parents shamed you?
No, my parents never shamed me.
Okay.
No, like that.
Or did they, is the culture like, oh, heavier is better?
No, they just, like, my mom never really talked about her weight, even though I guess for all intents and purposes, she was overweight at one point in her life. I do distinctly remember her doing Jane Fonda videos and she lost weight. But like my mom made every meal and I had vegetables and I had fruit and we never even had a scale in our house. The only time I ever weighed myself was when I went to the doctor and I was always quote unquote thin. So I didn't think about that. My friends were always on a diet or doing things. I just ate the food that was in front of me because my mom's from a third world country. And she's like, it doesn't matter how rich you are. If it rains and the rain washes away a bridge, the petroleum trucks can't come and give you electricity. And so no one's eating. Like we can't turn the stoves on.
Yeah.
So we ate every meal at home. And so when I came home, I was heavier, but nobody really talked about it. And then I lived at home, and my first job out of college, everyone, I made $25,539. I was like, I will remember this number forever. So I couldn't afford anything but my train pass. So I brought lunch. And my lunch was usually the leftovers. And I like had a gym membership. So after work, I went to the gym. So in like 2-3 months, I lost 50 pounds. And I was like, oh, I wonder how I did that. And so then I went to a dietitian. And very pragmatic.
I'm sorry, a what?
A dietitian.
One of those people again?
Yeah. And it was like, so I lost all this weight like 2001, 2002. And then in 2005, my boyfriend, Michael Rossetto. The new guy, the better guy. There were some guys in between, but the Michael Rossetto, who is the fox, and
not Michael Risotto.
Not Michael Risotto. He was like, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, I would really love to go see a dietitian. He was like, is this a trick? Is this like...
Wait, what?
Yeah, he was like, is this like if I bought you a vacuum? I'm like, no, I really want to go see one. He was like, okay. So he like buys me a 5-pack to see Carrie Glassman, who's a pretty well-known dietitian and a good friend of mine. And so like super pragmatic. She was like, hey, this is how you eat. If you want to lose weight, this is what you do. Let's do it. And so then I lost another like 10, 15 pounds just by her explanation. Like, hey, like if you eat this much carb, you got to do it this way. And I was like, oh, okay. Like when I got married, everyone's like on a diet. No, I was like, fine. Everything was fine. And I never had like a weird relationship with food. I just didn't understand food. So she gave me a lot of education, and I thought it was an interesting path, and it was medicine adjacent, which also excited me because I am excited by medicine and research and what's happening in medicine. And so I was like, I'll just apply and see if I get in. And I did. And here I am now.
So as someone who is, I'm not quite of size. I think that's guys that take up like 3 airplane seats. I still fit in one. I've been chunkular my entire life.
Sure.
And, even just chunkular because I was Chunk in Goonies.
Sure.
That was me.
Was it you, really?
Not really, but like metaphorically.
Everything Chunk.
I didn't do the truffle shuffle publicly, but in my mind, I was Chunk.
Sure.
And I gained weight right out of puberty. Just done. I was a stick-thin kid. I was running around, stick-thin kid. And then puberty like, nope.
Yeah.
You're going to be chunkular for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I went on some fad diets, and I've been this roller coaster guy. And I'm just like, I'm an ordinary human who eats a lot better than the average American, but what does that say? And my question, is it just too damn hard to eat well these days?
I don't think it's hard to eat well. I think it's the messaging. Like we prioritize thinness over everything else. And so you have to think, is everyone in your family in a larger body? Like are your parents bigger? Are your siblings bigger? So like that's in your genes. Like we know the prenatal environment will inform the postnatal environment. So if your mother was quote unquote overweight, you are going to be overweight, most likely. And so we have to then reframe and say like, okay, hey, are you drinking every single night and eating cookies? Okay, we can get better behaviors out of this. But like, are you ever going to be, if you're 200 pounds and your lowest weight is 180, are you going to be 140? Probably not.
But that's the shaming, too. It's unintentional shaming. And this isn't me being a triggered Gen Xer. I remember the first dietitian I went to was like, well, you're a mesomorph.
What does that mean?
What the hell is that?
What is that?
Yeah, for your height, you should be 140.
It's bullshit.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's bullshit. It's like,
I'd be dead at 140.
Yeah, like, so, listen, I care about data. I care about tracking. I care about giving people tools, but I also have to be realistic. And when someone says to you, hey, no, like, actually, let's, like, do some good work here. And if we get down to 170, that's very good. That takes shame away. Now you're like, oh, okay, I can release myself on this freaking quest of really wanting to be a size, like for women 2 forever. Like that's maybe not in my cards. Like, and that's okay, right? Like this is good enough, and it's going to make sure that I'm healthy and I'm going to live a longer life, and that's what I want.
So, what possessed you, in your fierce wisdom and experience, to start Culina Health?
Oh,
that is why you're here.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I have been made to feel bad about myself often in my life. And I know that what I do for people and what Tamar does for people and what the 50 Dietitian...
Wait, who's Tamar?
That's our other co-founder.
We got to mention him.
Oh, yeah. Tamar Samuels is our other co-founder. I love her very much. She gives me lots of support. And the 50 dietitians that work for us do for people. And we are educated in a different way. In the hospital, we've seen people in the sickest of sickest places, the poorest people, the richest people, the celebrities, all the people in between. And so we know how to disseminate information to them to make sure that they can be well. And we wanted people to have access to that. And so we just said, let's go make people feel good.
But it's more than just consulting, right? It's an infrastructure. There's a whole platform,
It's
right?
a whole platform. So we have a web portal. We have an app. We do nudges in between. It's really crazy.
Does like the boxing glove come out of the phone and just punch you like in the cartoons?
No, we like talk to you every day, multiple times a day. Like the patients send us their food and we're like, fix it this way, fix it this way. We understand how to get people to get to where they want to be. And we just, democratize that so everybody has access. And so now we've crossed over into the $3.4 million in ARR and
What's ARR?
Annualized run rate, and we will raise a Series A. And nobody has ever done this in nutrition before.
Wow.
Yeah, so it feels good. It's weird.
So how does one unhook themselves from the addiction to sucrose and fructose and dextrose and all the sugars?
You know what's so interesting?
Or is that a thing?
It's a thing, but we've never spent any real dollars behind researching sugar. We just haven't, because then we'll have to actually upend everything. It's kind of like alcohol. There are no benefits to alcohol, but we have.
One might argue.
Yeah, true, but
we have children.
Yeah, but we have a whole industry around it, and so what can we say? We can't collapse that. Listen, everybody you can have sugar. It's not going to fucking kill you, but guys, you can't be eating sleeves of cookies every fucking day because the added sugar.
Note to self.
Yeah, it's and sugar makes fat. So it's going to cause increased lipids. That's what we know, right? We know fructose, because it has the glucose and the sucrose, increases the lipids. And so what is the thing that does that, right? It's the sucrose. And so as in 1942, there weren't that many diabetics out in the world. And so what changed over time? What increased? Obviously there's autoimmune disease and that is what it is. But as type 2 diabetes rose, it's because the food became different, more processed, more sugar, high fructose corn syrup. Here's the snack wells, fat free.
Remember Snackwells?
Yeah, I mean, in 11th grade, I remember my friends being like, you could eat as many of these because there's no fat.
Right.
And you're like, no, there is fat because you stripped the fat and put sugar, and that made the fat.
Well, remember Wheat Thins?
Yeah, remember Harvest Crisps?
Oh my God.
Those were delicious.
Or what were the Sun Chips?
Yes.
Right.
These
the
are all,
illusion.
These
the
are,
illusion.
Yeah, the illusion of being healthy, and they're just laden with sugar. That's why we liked it so much.
I mean, at least they were honest with remember Frosted Flakes used to be Sugar Flakes?
Oh yeah. I mean,
no, Honey Smacks was Sugar Smacks.
What about
just straight honest branding?
What about cornflakes? And my mom would just add table sugar to the top of the cornflakes.
Right, it's the poor man's Frosted Flakes.
And you'd be like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "It just makes it taste better." And bananas.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to eat shit, drink Tang. It was really.
But even back then, Cookie Crisp was actually healthier for you than it is today. I'm sure.
Yeah, or also Corn Pops. It was just corn.
Yeah,
and some and sugar. It wasn't terrible.
I always was suspect of Corn Pops because they came in that aluminum foil NASA vacuum thing. Why? There's something weird about that. They shouldn't have to be in a NASA aluminum foil vacuum.
Probably the food coloring. That yellow color.
The Cheetos yellow.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Also Golden Grams, just such goodness.
Yes.
I miss the 80s.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Good stuff.
Cocoa Krispies. Yeah.
My house was riddled with I think it was Crispix, Honey Nut Cheerios, and every now and then, just for you did a good job, Matt, which you should not be rewarded with food, Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Fruit Loops. And my sister and I would put orange juice in the bowl.
Really?
It's good stuff.
And then whenever Lucky would say there's a new marshmallow with Lucky Charms, you gotta go get it today.
Yeah, but the Lucky Charms was trash. That actually was probably super healthy because it tasted like paper, so it was probably just oats and then the marshmallow. It was probably the best one you could eat.
Exactly.
I should go back and research that for sure.
So what is the correlation? And then there's so much information out there. God forbid I go buy something on my Amex card that's not great for me. Instagram's gonna be lose weight, dummy, right? Shut up, Instagram, please. What's the data? What's the logic? What is the reality of the kinds of exercise versus just exercise against the shit you put in your face?
Well, okay, listen. If you're very obese and immobile and you start moving your body, that's going to help you for sure, right? It's oh, I lost 100 pounds by just walking. Okay, because you were literally just sitting on your couch doing nothing. But those of us here in New York City, you do 10,000 steps from at 9 a.m. Just
Right,
going
just to the subway
from the subway
stairs,
and
yeah.
back. Like that's not what it's doing for you. What it's doing for you is helping with your bones, helping with your heart, helping with your mental health. But if you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to exercise my way out of a bad diet, that's never going to happen. That's not how it goes.
And then this could be a whole other show, and you're welcome back anytime because
Sure.
like you're practically like you can co-host this show anytime you
Oh,
want
fun.
on any topic.
Fun.
What the fuck's going on with supplements?
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah,
you know
all
what?
of it?
You don't fucking need all these goddamn supplements. Like, everyone's like, I have this, like, every time we see a patient, they're like, what supplements? What supplements? What supplements? I'm like, this is your problem.
Yes.
You want a pill to do whatever it is that you need done. And
Right.
that doesn't exist because if it did, we would all be taking it. You
Yeah.
don't think that everybody would take the fucking pill to make themselves thinner, sleep longer, happier? Like, stop it. This is ridiculous. We do need vitamin D, those of us that live in the dark places. we
Yeah,
need
I
vitamin
take that
D.
once a week.
Need vitamin D. Calcium is a good one, especially in women of childbearing age.
Women need
Calcium.
calcium more than men, or it's equal?
No, it's equal. I mean, it's really rare for a man to have osteoporosis because of like skeletal mass, but it does happen. And so like it's good for you. Also, maybe some folic acid if you're a woman of childbearing age. And also magnesium. We really don't quite understand magnesium 100%, but we know that we don't get enough of it. And it can help with like sleep and like help to calm the mind. It also helps with like digestion. So it's great. After that, like, get your ashwagandha and your rhodiola and like whatever else.
Ginkgo biloba.
Yeah, all the shit you take. Like, I don't know. Like you don't need all of it. And you have all these expensive like vitamin bills and it's like, chill.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, again, everyone we've mentioned on the show, not a sponsor, but GNC and Vitamin Shop, it's all crocks of shit.
Yeah.
Unless you're like building muscle and that's good.
Right. Oh, sure. Like for different stages in your life, you need different things. There's this one company that I do really like. They're called Gem because they're
Are they truly outrageous?
yeah, on the holograms. It's just like a food bite. It's really interesting. And they have for different things. So they have one for sleep. They have one for like a calm bite, like for your day. They also have one that's just like a multivitamin. And they use food like, spirulina and, like natural magnesium and like valerian root. Seems fine to me. But I don't know, all the other stuff, guys, like chill.
But like, all right, so I remember like, so Kellogg's invented breakfast is the most important meal of the day, which is why they convinced us to eat in the morning and breakfast.
Yeah.
Break breakfast
fast.
just means break your fast anytime and
Yeah.
start your body up again. And like this whole, we've depleted the soil of all of our stuff. Is that real?
I mean, yes, the soil is depleted, but like this is America. Remember when we used to put vitamins and minerals in freaking Coca-Cola? Remember that? It was like a short blip in time in like, I don't know, like 98, 99. And everyone was like, this soda. And I'm like, the phosphoric acid will cancel out the calcium.
Yeah.
So like, don't do that.
I mean, they put vitamin D in orange juice now.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah, they fortify it. Yeah, because it's like dark and people need it. But yeah. like, I don't know. I think everyone needs to just like chill. Like, yes, the soil is not the greatest. Like, yes, we could be doing better, but it's America. We get enough.
Like melatonin, right? Is that a real thing?
The thing about melatonin is that as you go to sleep, like when the sun goes down, like melatonin levels rise. That's like natural, but like, we're all like hopped up all the time. And so it's not necessarily.
Oh, and don't stare at your phone till the second you go to bed.
Right.
That I do know.
Yeah. So the thing about the melatonin though is that people go bonkers on that shit. And they're like, I take 20 milligrams of melatonin every night. And I'm like, you got to stop because it will mess up your circadian rhythm.
Yeah.
And then your melatonin isn't doing it on its own. So, like you can't sleep and you want to take 2.5 milligrams, 5 up to 5 is like great. But I wouldn't be doing that all the time. You're better off taking magnesium glycinate.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Vanessa Risotto. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I had to do it one more time.
Next time I come, I'm going to make Michael make you risotto. It's freaking delicious.
Is it healthy?
Yeah, there's mushrooms in
Do you
there,
approve it?
asparagus. Yeah, well,
is it born of the earth? The magnesium and
the serving size is half a cup, and then they'll make you a cutlet or something.
Right. Like, I mean, a serving size is 1 Oreo.
2.
Oh, is it?
It's 2. Oh, and you know what I do to get fancy?
What?
I buy the thins, and then I get 4.
Oh, wow. That's a good life
That's my
hack.
hack.
All right, there you
I
go.
get the thins.
All right, Vanessa I'm just not going to say it right. Vanessa Rossetto is the CEO and co-founder of
Culina Health.
Why Culina?
Because it means kitchen.
In
Latin.
E pluribus unum.
Fine. You didn't take Latin? They made
Molto
us.
bene?
Yeah, they made us. They made us in high
A2
school.
Brute?
Yeah, made us in high school.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I got to come back.
You definitely do. Take care.
Well, thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Out of Patience with Matthew Zachary is an off-script health production. The executive producers are Matthew Zachary and Andrew McDowell. It's mixed and edited by Kyle Moore. If you like the show, ratings and reviews are always welcome. Leave us a message anytime at 855-AUDIO-66. That's 855-AUDIO-66 to share your healthcare shitness with us, and we might just play them on the air on a future episode. For more information about this show and Off-Script Health, visit offscript.com. That's offscript, no T.com.